Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will first carry for Josh Jacobs. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd-and-1. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd-and-1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Here we go. Here we go.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Charles Harris there on stop.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Johnson was the intended receiver. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
55, my God, 55.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's Waring, the tight end, with it.
The 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their life. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steelers first down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out? For him.
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 23-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a carry for Jacobs. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, Shaq.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Mike 20, Mike 20.
On 2nd and 1, Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
20. Let's go. Come on. Time up. Safe.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs.
Run.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Baby, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check 31.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch out. Check nickel. Switch.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Keep it up. Check the backer.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 11.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Completes this to Waring. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On third down. Lindsey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm on. Check three. Watch twist.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And the Dolphins, first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. 55.
From the gun, Jackson. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
We got this.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Come on, man. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Phillip Lindsay, the intended. Target.
Stop! You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
intercepted. They'll take over first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Grant. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
65.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
On the set. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh,